Hi. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're making a messaging or chat app in Thunkable using a database. Thunkable is a platform which lets you create apps using block-based coding. Before we get started, let's see how this app works. First we enter the group name, the one we would like to join, and then enter the display name. After entering these, we click on Let's Chat and we enter the chat screen. When you click on Invite Friend, you can send the group details to them in different apps. The preview for this will be shown in the next video when we complete the programming part. This is the second screen. Here you can see previous messages and also send texts. Everything works here in real time. Now let's try sending a message. Let's send "How are you?" After this, let's try joining from a different device/tab and see if the message has been delivered. A detailed preview will be shown in the next video. Now we can see that the message we sent before has been delivered. Let's try sending a message here too. We can see that recent messages are displayed on the top. To start building our app, we need to click on Create New App. Here we can enter our app name and category. For now I'm naming it Chat App and giving the category as Entertainment. This is where we will be designing our app. The top left side, which shows our app name, is where we will be able to see all the components added on the current screen. The bottom left shows all the components for creating apps. You can also search for components. This is our main screen. The right end shows the settings that can be applied for components and screens. Let's get started. First, search for a column. Now drag and drop it to the screen. You can see that the column has applied to the screen and also to the top left section. We will be using this section more often for applying components. Now on the settings for the column, change the vertical alignment to space around. Next, search or a row and add it inside the column. When doing this, make sure you drag and drop it to the top left section. You will be able to see a small arrow when any component is added inside another component. Now on the settings of the row, change the height to fit contents. Next, search for an image and add it inside the row. When you're adding something in a component, the red line will be seen on the left side. If you are adding it outside a component, the red line would be seen on the bottom. Now change the height and width of the image to 50. Next, search for text input and add it below the image. Remember that it should be inside the row. Now change the text input's name by adding an underscore and name. We will be collecting the user's name through this. Also change the hint to enter name. Next, click on the image. Make sure you clicked on the image by checking its name. Now go to Google and search for profile icon user and choose an image you like. Right-click on the image and click on Copy Image Link. Now paste the image link. In case the picture doesn't show up, try with another image. Now close row 1. Now click on row 1 and click on the duplicate icon next to the pen or called rename icon. Now in row 2, go to the text input and change its hint to enter group name. Also add group to the text input's name. Now we need to change the image to a group icon. So click on the image and search Google for group icon. And copy image link and paste it. To avoid confusion in the next steps, close row 1 and 2. Now add 2 buttons below the rows. Remember that it should be inside the column. Here's a tip to make sure you added the button below the row. The red line should be seen below row 2. Now add the word join to button 1's name. Also change its text to join group. Now add the second button below it. Change the text to invite friend. Now close column 1. Open the Invisible Components section. Now search for Share and add it to Invisible Components. Next search for Realtime DB and add it to Invisible Components. Now go to Screen 1, let's add a background image. Choose an image you like and paste its link. I'm going for a gradient background. Now we're done doing the first screen, so let's start creating the second screen. The second screen is where we can see the text messages. Click on the plus icon next to Screen 1. Now we're on Screen 2. Next search for column, add it to Screen 2. Search for List Viewer and add it to the column. Now change the height to relative size, 60%. Now search for label and add it above the list viewer. Set the text to empty and add group to its name. Click on List Viewer, now search for row. Add it below List Viewer. Add a text input in the row. Next add an image. Click on row, set its height to fit contents. Next click on the image. Add send to its name. Set the height and width of the image to 50. Next let's add an image. Search Google for send button and paste the link of the image you like. Go to Screen 2, let's add a background. I'm gonna be adding a background color. I'm giving the RGB to 214, 214, 201 to get this nice gray color. You can add a background picture instead if you like. This is how our first screen looks like. The buttons won't work since we haven't programmed it yet. This is how our messaging screen would look like. The group name isn't shown here because we haven't programmed it yet.